Jacob Zuma is back, and this time, he's rewriting the rules of South African politics. Against every odd, every scandal, and every attempt to silence him, the former president has launched a new political party that is shaking the foundations of the establishment. What many thought would be a short-lived stunt is now becoming a force that cannot be ignored. The question is, how far can Zuma's comeback really go? From the moment Zuma hinted at his political return, the country was divided. For some, he is the disgraced leader who presided over corruption and state capture. For others, he remains a symbol of resistance, a fighter who stood his ground when powerful forces tried to bury him. That tension is exactly why his new party is drawing attention. It embodies both controversy and resilience, danger and hope. Supporters argue that Zuma has tapped into a raw frustration that runs deep across the nation. Communities plagued by unemployment, crime, and collapsing services no longer believe the ANC can deliver. They don't trust the DA, and they see the EFF as too radical or self-serving. Zuma's message is simple but powerful. He positions himself as the betrayed father of the nation, rising again to give a voice to the people who feel abandoned. But can charisma alone sustain a party? That's where the challenges begin. Building a political machine requires money, organization, and networks that Zuma may not have at the scale of his rivals. His critics insist this movement will crumble under its own weight. Yet history has shown us something important: Zuma has always thrived in chaos. When people write him off, that's when he comes back stronger. In KwaZulu-Natal, his stronghold, Zuma is already pulling crowds that rival those of the ANC itself. In rural areas and among the working class, his name still carries weight. And if his party manages to eat into the ANC's dominance, even by a few percentage points, the balance of power in South Africa could shift dramatically. Imagine coalition governments where Zuma's new party holds the deciding votes. Suddenly, the dismissed old man becomes a kingmaker. Still, the shadows of his presidency follow him. The phrase, 9 wasted years, will haunt Zuma as long as he seeks power. The allegations of corruption and state capture are not forgotten, and opponents will use them at every turn. But Zuma's strategy is clever. He is not trying to erase his past. Instead, he reframes it, portraying himself as the victim of political persecution, a man punished not for his crimes, but for daring to challenge elites. This is the paradox of Zuma's new movement. It is as much about anger at the present as it is about loyalty to the past. It reflects a broken trust in the system, where even a leader with a controversial record can command loyalty simply because people feel betrayed by everyone else. Zuma's comeback is not just a political story, it's a warning. A warning that the hunger for change is so strong, people are willing to overlook history in search of hope. Whether this party becomes a lasting force or collapses under pressure, one thing is clear: Jacob Zuma is far from finished. South Africans must ask themselves, are we witnessing a dangerous recycling of the past, or the birth of a new power that could reshape the future? Only time, and the ballot box, will tell.